Hi guys, my name is Colin and I live in Chester in the UK. I have a diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia, which I've had for 30 or 40 years. I'm on the maximum dose of antipsychotic drugs. I live on disability benefits and I'm 62 years old. I thank you for your time. When I was 16, I decided that I would use my life to build an ideal world. But at that time, I realised it was a question of ignorance. How do you do that? So I've dedicated my life to trying to understand this problem, and now I believe I have the results to report to you. I'm an engineer by education. I have a degree in engineering, and also 12 years ago I attempted a degree in humanities. But my essays in the humanities were not very good. I didn't get good marks. I'm more of an engineer than an arts person. Greta Thunberg said, "Don't look at me, look at the science." And I ask the same question of you. I want to discuss President Putin and the Russian people and the Ukraine war as an example where my ideas can be applied. The BBC has reported that Putin believes that he's 100% correct, and the Russian people follow him and like him. So how can this be? How can the Russians be right and how can the rest of Europe be right? There's a contradiction. So I want to explain this. If we can do this, then a political solution becomes available. My ideas are explained on my website, letsbuildabetterworld.uk. Putin can be convinced he's right because of the law of indirect dominion. So what is this? Well, direct dominion is where God dwelt directly within Jesus. God deals indirectly with us, fallen man. God only deals with our acts of faith based on beauty or love. This is indirect dominion. Indirect dominion is a totally autonomous, self-governing principle, just like the law of gravity. God never interferes with fallen man's 100% free will. Excuse me. Putin specialises in purpose for individual type character or way of beauty. So what is this? There are two aspects to human life: purpose for individual and purpose for whole. The purpose for individual is seen in the West and purpose for whole is seen in the East, in China, Korea, Japan and India. The purpose for individual is centred on the mind dominating the body at all times. And when this happens, a person becomes and looks beautiful. It is also based on being as a receiver of love. This is not necessarily selfish. A beautiful woman is not necessarily selfish. She's a receiver, whereas the man is the giver. And when the two unite, it forms a circular motion which never ends. So Putin is a deeply rooted man of beauty. He is totally obsessed with beauty. When you see him, he's always looking down at his feet. He's always looking down at his roots. He's totally obsessed with beauty. He is totally ignorant of the world of love. When an individual discovers the way of beauty or the way of love, he can be convinced from feedback from his life that he's discovered something valuable. He can believe it's so valuable that everybody else should be required to believe in it. This is wrong. It's wrong on 2 points. It's wrong because freedom of the individual is always correct, and it's wrong because there are two ways to live life: love and beauty. So we can get tunnel vision. I'm an example of this. When I was mentally ill, I believed that God is love, and therefore what I tried to do was love, love and love again. And I had tunnel vision. I was obsessed with loving. This is incorrect because God is not just love. God is love and beauty, and we need an equal foundation of both to be balanced in life. So if you look at Putin, he's expending more and more force trying to live a life of beauty, which is just like trying to stand on one leg. It's basically unbalanced. So to solve this problem, two things need to happen. We need to explain about the principle of freedom of the individual, and also we need to explain there are two ways to live life, love and beauty, and we need both in balance. It's extremely difficult for a way of beauty type person to understand a way of love type person. This is like femininity trying to understand masculinity. It's an extremely difficult thing to do. That's all I want to say, except I wish I was Prime Minister because I think I could solve this problem given a chance. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.